Hobin versus Grey Yeon, Viral Hit versus Unyang's White Mamba. Who out of these two short and unassuming high schoolers, known for their unconventional approaches to fighting, would come on top? I'm here to answer that by looking into their strength, speed, endurance, intelligence, and battle IQ. This one is a no-brainer. Hobin stated himself that his grades are average at best, and he hasn't really shown otherwise. Meanwhile, Gray was shown to be a very good student, constantly being at the top of his class in terms of academics, not to mention the puzzles he played with Donald. So intelligence goes to Gray. Pretty simple as well. Gray shown to be physically on the weaker side, with multiple characters, as well as Gray himself, pointing out that he is just skin and bones. And during his training arc, he himself said he trained just enough to reach average build. That is also a reason why Gray relies on objects around him to use as improvised weapons. Meanwhile, at the end of Season 1 of Viral Hit, Hobin goes through an insane physical transformation, putting him on par with athletes like Wanguk, a boxer, and Taehan, a professional taekwondo athlete. Point goes to Hobin. Both are able to take quite the punishment, as shown in their final battles, but Hobin is once again on a different level. Gray is by no means a glass cannon, as shown in his fights against Wolf and Donald, but Hobin was shown to be capable of the same and even more, as when he was straight up impaled and kept going like it was nothing, which happened after he already had multiple fights in the same night. Another point goes to Hobin. This category was the hardest to decide, as what sets these two apart from the rest is their approach to fighting and resourcefulness. However, while Hobin might have had better training, which he utilizes to his fullest, and has shown to be able to think on the fly, ultimately I decided to give this to Gray. Gray has shown to be able to improvise with everything around him, from dirt on the floor to books on the table, and he takes into an account his opponent's psyche, something we've only ever seen Hobin do briefly by rallying up his opponents and nothing more than that, while Gray takes it to the next level, adding fear factor as well as reputation into the equation. So point goes to Gray. I can't even hype this one up, as it's really not close. Gray can dodge attacks pretty well, however Hobin managed to dodge bullets. Now, sure, Hobin stated that he isn't as fast as the bullets, and the shooter was having a hard time aiming because they were on a boat, but it's still miles better than anything Gray has shown. Hobin takes the point. I believe Gray would take the lead early on, with Hobin being unsure how to fight someone as untraditional as Gray. However, as the fight goes on, he'll quickly adapt to Gray's fight style and take him down. Gray's only chance is to take Hobin down quickly, which is something he is unable to do with Hobin's superior strength, endurance, and speed. And given how close they are in battle IQ, Hobin won't be outsmarted by Gray. The winner is Hobin from Viral Hit.